What's up, guys? Happy New Year and all that bullshit. Well, technically, I'm recording this on New Year's Eve, but it's not going to get uploaded until after the first of the year. I just wanted to go ahead and get a video done. But anyways, got a collection update. It's pretty minimal, but again, that's due to the postal delays and whatnot. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So I've got mostly records, and I've got a CD and a tape, but I think I'm going to save those for last because those are, I guess, grails, if you want to call it. So I figure I'll go ahead and I'll do the records first, just to kind of switch it up because I usually do it the other way around. All right. So first record, we have a Finnish band, a newer Finnish band, and literally the front cover is going to say it all of what this band is about. So we have Aryan Forest with Embrace the Lightning, a Barbaric Manifesto. So this is a compilation of their first two releases, which I think were both demos. I could be wrong though. But yeah, this band hasn't been around very long. Probably maybe has like a few years. Probably have like a few years or so under their belt. But compilation put out through IG Farben, the label that puts out all the Waffen stuff and whatnot. So yeah. See, I got this from Haasweg, but I've seen it on a few other distros as well. It was just cheaper to get it from Haasweg, which is why I went with them. So here you got a double-sided insert, which they actually have the album covers for the releases. So this one is Defending the Aryan North, and then this one is Bound by Steel and Honor. And then of course you got lyrics, so that's cool. And then it's just black vinyl. As far as the music goes, this is pretty minimalistic NSBM. I'm not gonna lie, but I enjoyed it. Got some clean vocals on here. Other thing I liked about this release is you have like some parts where like the keyboards kind of take the lead, so it's very like reminiscent to Crystal Knot, which I really liked that. But I mean, other than that though, I thought this was pretty solid. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what this band does next. I don't know, but it's worth a listen to see if you like it or not. I don't think everybody will like it, but I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, that's Aryan Forest with Embrace the Lightning, a Barbaric Manifesto. Alright. And next up we have, this is a band from Bosnia, which you don't really see a whole lot of good black metal bands coming from Bosnia, or just hearing about Bosnian black metal bands in general. But anyways, this is Suluric Knight with Forever Cursed. This is their first full length from 2019, released on Altera Productions and Black Gangrene. But so this is fucking great. If I had heard this last year, this easily could have been in like my top 3 favorite albums from last year. This one is this release is really fucking good. But yeah, this is their first full length, if I didn't mention that. There's a handful of releases that came before this, but this is the first full length, as I stated. Comes with a insert. And then you got a poster of the album art, which is the way posters should be done. So that's cool. And then it also comes on white vinyl, or at least I got the white vinyl variant. I got this off Discogs because I haven't seen it in any other distro. I think Arcane Altar has the tape still, but other than that, I haven't seen it anywhere else. So, but anyways, as far as the music goes, it's definitely more on the raw black metal side. I would say kind of a mix between raw black metal and, you know, like your atmospheric black metal, stuff like that. But I mean, it's very good. Kind of reminds me if like Spectral Wound and like Black Celice had a kid, that's what it would sound like. So if that sounds like something you might be into, then definitely go check this out. But anyways, excellent album. That's Suluric Knight with Forever Cursed, which this band, I think it's a one-man project, at least I'm assuming it is. This project, I think, just did a split with Candelabrum, which I have not heard yet. So I definitely still need to check that out. Which that, I think, just came out this year, so... yeah. But yeah, man, definitely go check this out. Great stuff. Alright, and next up, I think this release came out last year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 2019 release. Like I've said before, I get shit mixed up all the time. I can't keep up with everything. But I'm pretty sure this is a 2019 release. And definitely another one of my favorites. We have a Totenwache with Der Schwarze Hort. I don't speak German, so I tried. But anyways, yes, this is a black metal band from Germany, and this is also their first full length. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this came out last year. But it could have been 2018, but I'm pretty sure it was last year, though. But anyways, excellent stuff. This album is incredible. Definitely got to check this out if you haven't. So you got a nice insert with lyrics and stuff. I think there was a gold vinyl, and then there's also a black vinyl, which is the one that I got. And this is put out through Purity Through Fire. So I would have gotten this sooner, but I remember at the time when I was first looking for copies, or at the time when I first heard this album, which was, I believe was earlier this year, it was when, because somehow I missed this album last year. It completely flew under my radar. Purity Through Fire was not shipping to the States because of the whole COVID thing, or the German post wasn't shipping or whatever. And everybody who was selling it in the States was trying to get like 3 times as much what Purity Through Fire was still selling copies for. And it was just Judaism at work. I wasn't happy with it. So I decided to wait. And I ended up picking this up from Hasweg. Good price. Hasweg is just a very reliable label. Good prices, good shipping prices. They don't charge you out the ass for anything. I've always had good experiences with them. So I'm glad I waited and got a copy from them. But yeah. Excellent stuff. Definitely has like a, I don't know. I'll go ahead and I'll use the Spectral Wound reference from earlier, except this time it's like if Spectral Wound and Sargeist had a kid. I think this is what you would get. Which, I mean, the guy on the back is wearing a Sargeist shirt, so no surprise there. But yeah, excellent band. Definitely go check this out. That's Totenwache with Der Schwarze Hort. I don't know. Alrighty. Next up, we have a band that I featured in my last video, and I talked about not just, obviously everybody's aware of the political controversy, but also just the sketchiness surrounding this band and everything that they fucking do. Whether it be on the records or just, you know, just everything. So I'm not really going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about the release in of itself. So we have Vothana with Never to Submit. Was able to snag a copy for a semi-decent price. I don't know, man. When you see Vothana stuff going for a relatively decent price, you kind of just have to grab it because there's no guarantee it's going to get a repress, which this one did, but it sold out fast, quote unquote. But anyways, so this is actually the first Vothana full length, and this project's been around for years, for fucking ever. But the only things that he ever put out before this were like demos, EPs, splits, and what have you. But this was the first actual full length, and this one came out last year. Put out through Darker Than Black and Merchant of Death. Then we have a insert. Got a little liner note from the guy behind the project on the back. So one of the things I forgot to mention in the last video was that, so this project is based in the States now, but the guy is from Vietnam. So it is considered US black metal since the guy lives in the States now, but I'm not sure when he actually relocated to the States, like how far into his career he moved. I really don't know. Or if he moved before that. I really don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of sketchiness surrounding this band. But anyways, Vothana is just great, raw black metal, excellent riffs, long songs. And it's pretty much, the thing that's nice about Vothana is throughout his whole career, it's been very consistent. Like, he hasn't really changed styles or sounds from release to release. And a lot of times that's for the best, you know? A lot of bands change their style and it just doesn't work. Vothana is one of the projects that just stayed true and just stuck to their sound. And that may be one of the reasons why people like the project so much. I don't know. But it's one of the things that I like about Vothana. I can't say this is one of my favorite Vothana releases, but it is still a great album. So, check it out if you haven't. That's Vothana with Never to Submit. It's not on YouTube, but you should be able to find it. You should be able to find a download for it somewhere. I usually use Metal Tracker to download albums and shit. I would tell you to go buy it, but you can't fucking find it anywhere for, you know, a base retail price. So, alright, and the last record, so this is also something that I picked up from Hasweg, but I've seen this in other distros as well, so it's very much out there and available at the moment. And I think, for me, this is top tier NSBM. And it's very underrated. It definitely doesn't get the credit it deserves. Regardless of what you think about the name and the name of the album and whatnot, the music speaks for itself. So this is Waffen SS with The New Dawn of White Power. So this is Waffen SS's only full length. Came out in the mid-2000s. I can't remember what year exactly. Released through Asrar. I think it just came out this year. Limited to 200 copies. So you got insert, double-sided, and then it's just black vinyl. But yeah, guys, this is top tier NSBM, straight up. Like, it's top tier with like the likes of, you know, Wolfnod and Bill Skinner and, you know, Goat Moon and shit. There's a lot of, it's good songwriting, and just, you can tell that this guy is not just because he's about the ideology, but he actually gives a shit about writing good songs. And he can actually play his fucking instrument, so, you know, that's good. So yeah. But I know the album title might turn some people off, but just do yourself a favor and give it a chance. It's good stuff, trust me. So yeah, it's Waffen SS with the new dawn of white power. Alright, so that's it for the records. You can see my fucking little candy cane up there that I got for Christmas. It's got some Reese's peanut butter cups in it, which those are amazing. But anyways, let's move on to the last two things that I picked up recently. So we'll start with the CD. We have a Canis Quintet with Silence of the World Beyond. So I've been after a copy of this for a very long time, and most of the time it was just so overpriced. You know, people on Discogs, usually with stuff like this, I wait until a US seller posts one for sale, unless, you know, the European seller or whatever is offering a good price. But most people are wanting, like, you know, they're wanting 60, 70, 80 bucks for it, and I was like, I'm not doing that. So finally somebody in the States listed this for a good price on Discogs, and I sent the dude an offer, he accepted, and I fucking got it. So I finally fucking have this in my collection. And it's an original first press on No Fashion. So very nice. But as far as the music goes, this is top tier Swedish melodic death metal. Right up there with the likes of Early in Flames and Dark Tranquility. Better than fucking At the Gates. Up there with Gates of Ishtar, all that kind of stuff. I was very happy to finally add this to the collection, because I've said many times that I do collect No Fashion presses, and this is one that's just eluded me for so long, because it's just been too expensive. But finally got it, so I can finally scratch that one off the list. But anyways, if you guys like melodic death metal and you haven't checked this one out, definitely do so. Just good old school Swedish melodic death metal. Really, really hard to top this one. So yeah, that's Canis Quintet with Silence of the World Beyond. Alright, and now for the last thing I'm going to show. This is the crown jewel of the update. We have Vothana with Demo 4. So yes, we're going to talk about Vothana again. I scored this, and I couldn't believe it when I did, because I did not think that I was going to be able to get it. So you got the tape here, just a white tape. Both sides are marked for which side they are. And the booklet folds out like that. Got the guy right there, got some notes right there, and whatnot. And this is limited to 100 copies, and it looks like I have it looks like 18. I don't think it's 78, I think it's 18. So, that's cool. So, yeah, this is now officially the most expensive tape I've ever bought. Definitely cracked the $100 mark, which that was a first for me for a tape. But I mean, after I went onto Discogs and I added it to my collection, and then so this is banned on Discogs obviously, but you can still see past sales even if something is already banned. And once I saw how much the max was that somebody has paid for it in the past, I didn't feel so bad. So yeah. But anyways, I was willing to shell out all that money because Demo 4 is one of my favorite Vothana releases, along with Demo 3. I'm still waiting for my vinyl copies to come in the mail from Merchant of Death. And I had an opportunity to get this, and I jumped on it. So, yeah. Excellent stuff. Like I said, Demo 3 and Demo 4 are hands down, like, some of his best shit. So, definitely happy to add this to the collection. Vothana with Demo 4. And that's it, guys. So, sure, some of you are probably wondering if I'm going to be doing anything else with the channel, or if we're just going to stick with collection updates and that's it. I think I'm going to try to do a couple of new, you can see fucking dust particles flying around the room here. watching it on the camera as I'm talking, I'm just like, what the fuck. But anyways, I'm going to try a couple of different new videos. I have one in mind that I'm definitely going to do. So, might try to do that here within the first month or so, and we'll see how that does. I have something else that I want to do too, but I'm not sure how to go about doing it. It would just require a lot of work, and I don't know if I care to do it or not, but we'll see. Just know that videos are going to be the same. You're not going to see any compromise. I mean, obviously, this will be the first video of the year, so, and from what I've shown, you guys should already know that. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm done rambling. That's all I got. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.